Hi, everyone, and welcome back for another first Friday of the month. Today we have our new guests with us.
Hi, my name is Stacey. I'm an Olympic swimmer. I'm a freshman in college at Colorado Mesa University.
And hi, I'm Oumy. I'm back, and I swim at FIU, and I'm an Olympian as well.
Hi everyone, my name's Jocelyn. I've been here with Gloria. I'm a senior and I swim for Amherst College.
And you guys know me. I'm Gloria Muzito from FSU, your student ambassador. So, starting off this first Friday, we're going to talk about how to get back from setbacks and just how to move forward. So, first of all, let me ask you guys, how do you get back from a setback in your career? Do you have anyone that you want to bring and share with the group?
I don't have a precise setback that I could talk about, but I feel like for all of us as athletes, we all go through setbacks, multiple ones every day, every year. Yeah, it's just a continuous thing because life is just hard. But you got to just take on the mentality of no matter what pushes me back down, I've got to get back up again and go for it because your goals are not going to achieve themselves. You have to keep going, and I take pride in that just no matter what happens, I'm going to keep going. And it's what's got me to where I am today, and I'm pretty happy with that. So, yeah.
I think also my freshman year of Amherst at Amherst, I had very high expectations. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna, kill it. I did not kill it. But I mean, that was like looking back, that was to be expected because there's so much going on freshman year. Like I was doing classes and I was also trying to be a college student and I was trying to meet everybody. And I think I put so much pressure on myself. And so I didn't really achieve the goals that I wanted. And that was a huge setback because I felt honestly kind of embarrassed because I know my coach had really high aspirations for me and I didn't meet those either. And I remember sitting at the end of the season and talking with him, and we kind of like, I was very disappointed. Tears were shed. That's fine. We just like made a new game plan for sophomore year. And I kind of like moved forward. I think also I like taking some time off was really helpful, just to like help me regroup and realize like I'm not necessarily defined by a setback. I was like, okay, Jocelyn, just because you didn't have the season that you wanted, that doesn't mean you're not a good swimmer. That just means like you didn't get where you wanted this season. Like next season is a clean slate sort of thing. So I think also just reminding myself that like what's happened has happened and we can only move forward sort of thing.
Yeah, I kind of totally agree with that. It's mostly think that what just happened is not gonna define me like my entire life or my entire career, and the most important thing is to know that it's just like what is like in the present and what have passed. Like you cannot change it; it's already done. You can only change like what is going like in the future, kinda. And it's like the same thing if a practice don't go well, like it's not that little tiny practice that gonna define like how the next competition gonna go. It's more just okay, this is what happened today, like let's just go move it forward.
No, yeah, definitely. That mindset helps you a lot because I know one of my big setbacks I had in my career, that's when I was younger, when I was swimming for Sweden, my goal was to qualify for the Youth Olympics. That was my biggest goal. I was gonna make it, I was gonna do it. But then I ended up getting a shoulder injury the same year as the Youth Olympics, so I was out swimming. I couldn't really practice the way I wanted to, and I was frustrated, of course, because I didn't end up reaching my goal. But I pushed through, I did rehab, and I got my way through. I made it to the Olympics instead, a bigger goal, like that was planned farther ahead. I made it after going through all that hard work. So you just have to find that motivation and know like the small steps. Like if you don't make those small goals, just know you have your bigger goals in the end of the day and you will reach them. But going back to you, Jocelyn, when you're talking about like also remembering who you are, like not just identifying you as a swimmer, I feel like that is just so important.
Yeah, definitely. I think also like one thing that's helped me so much is like my friends and I, like none of them are well, I mean, I have a lot of friends on the swim team, but like my girlfriends, we all play different sports. Like one's on lacrosse, one's on field hockey, one plays soccer, and we kind of just like joke like they come to my swim meets, they don't know anything about swimming, like for it to like at their perspective, like anything I do, like they're like, "Oh my gosh, that was such a great dive." And I'm like, "That was the worst dive I've ever had in my life." But they're like, "Yes, Jocelyn, like get it, girl." And I just think like having a support system is another thing. Like my friend tore her ACL freshman year, and like since then it's been like a steep uphill climb, like getting her health back. She hasn't been able to play, and like finally this season she just like had, a breakout moment, and she's been playing like a star. And like I think also like having that support system, but at the same time like being patient with yourself and patient with like the people around you, because like nobody's going to be perfect, right? But it's kind of just like Harry said, like the beauty of like being an athlete and playing a sport. Like we're there for the lows, but we're also there for the highs, sort of thing. Yeah.
No, definitely. And what other ways do you guys find to connect yourself, like to disconnect yourself from swimming? What things do you guys like to do just to find that space?
Mostly reconnect with like the bases, my family, my friends, like just people that make me forget about what could have been like wrong about this race or what was wrong like just about like a practice. I can call my brother, we're gonna talk about memes or just a random thing. Watch a series can be great as well, just something that can makes you forget.
No, definitely. What about you, Harry?
Yeah, honestly, I just try to keep a healthy relationship with swimming. So I always say I don't love swimming. I really like it, but I don't love it. And so therefore, I can easily turn off that switch as soon as practice is done. It's like, okay, rest of my life to go and attend to, rather than just thinking about swimming 24/7. I do have the capability of doing that, but I know it's just not healthy. So it's like I really do try and separate swimming and the rest of my life. And I think it works out pretty well that way.
Yeah, no, definitely. Because often as swimmers we just get so stuck in like, oh, did you guys see those times? And did you see what this person swam? And I feel like it's just good to be able to like disconnect, to just like be like, okay, enough. Like I know me and my roommates, we're all swimmers, but we usually say like, hey, after practice, we'll leave it at the pool. Like at home, it's home for us. So no, that's definitely good.
That's so good to hear, Gloria. I think for me too, like setting those boundaries has been everything. Because I remember, like, I feel like, especially with swimming too, like, everybody has the same schedule usually. Like, if we're all getting up at 5 a.m., we're all probably going to be asleep by like 10. Or, like, if we all have doubles at 3, we're probably all going to be eating lunch at noon. So it's kind of just like being able to set those boundaries. And I also, this year, like, I don't know, I really enjoyed just like spending time with myself. Like, I love listening to music, like, reading, going outside. Like, I really like kind of like DJing, but I'm not an actual DJ. Like I just think that would be like cool. I'm like, oh, like let me, just like try. I think like that's been really cool to just like do my own thing. Nothing has like actually like gone anywhere, but I'm like, oh, like this is fun. And just I also love to cook. We don't really have like kitchens at Amherst, but I'm trying to learn because I want to be a pediatrician. So I'm like, oh my gosh, wouldn't it be cute if I could like go and like cook for the kids? They'd probably like hate it, but it doesn't matter.
No, but it's good. We're going somewhere.
Right, right, exactly, exactly.
But also that's interesting to talk about too, like life after swimming, the swimmer life. How does that feel? I know,
Yeah.
Jocelyn, you have big plans
Right.
ahead.
Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, I mean, I haven't had a lot of time to like sit back and be like, wow, I did that. But also like you guys too. Like one thing that I wish I did like before it was all over was honestly just like congratulate myself because I've been swimming since I was 6. So that's 15 years, which is crazy. Like imagine if somebody had like tallied up all the laps you've done, all the time you spent at the pool, all like the knee skins you put on, like, and just like at the end of the day, like looking back. I just feel like I feel very grateful and humble. And it's funny too, because like anything that like stressed me out, I don't even remember. And I like stopped. Like we had NESCACs the mid-February and like the bad parts I don't remember. Only remember the good parts. And like NESCACs was only in February. So like theoretically I should like vividly remember like when I cried at a meet or like when I like, didn't swim great, but I just remember like the people. And the pool is definitely still like a very safe space. But like I was saying before, like life after swimming is pretty much like the disciplined mindset and like the logic of like, okay, in order to achieve this goal, like I have to do X, Y, and Z, like that definitely stays. And that's also where I've kind of been thinking like I feel like everybody should swim. I feel like it's the best. Like it sets you up really well to just like achieve success in the real world. But yeah, I feel like, I mean, how has post NCAA life been for you guys? Like, I imagine it's been like equally as, great.
You
Yeah,
can.
no, definitely. I feel like also just not even just NCAAs, but like with any big meet, I know you guys can relate. Like any big meet, just having that high, like you're tapering, tapering, tapering. Life is good, you're feeling you're having that extra skip on your way to practice. But then like after a huge meet, you just hit a wall kind of a way. You come back and you're like from all that adrenaline and all that build up, you're just like, wow, what now? And then just having to go back and do these hardcore practices. That's definitely like a shock. I don't know how you guys deal with it, but
I feel it's like a wall, like you say, like he's going from, I don't know, like a insane, like one of the biggest competition in the world to like just my regular life, like as normal. And it's important to like take care of like the mental aspect and make sure that is not affecting you too much, because just like going back and hitting those practice hard is hard mentally and physically.
Yeah, honestly, like it is one of those things that you do a lot of soul searching, you know? It's like you get to that big me and it's like, okay, well, like my whole life feels like it should have changed, but actually it hasn't really changed. And it's like I'm still me, still the same person. I'm just gotta reset my sights on like a new goal. And I feel like, yeah, it does get easier every time that happens. But recovering from like the Olympics, for example, like I felt pretty depressed after that. I was like, yeah, rough. I was like, I don't know. I've been working my whole life to get to this point, and then now I've got to like reset my focus. Yeah, really hard. But again, I just appreciate those moments because it just means that I become a better person for it, you know?
yeah, no, like that you can connect with Jocelyn too. Like you say, like after you're done, like you realize like all the happy moments and you forget the bad. I feel like that also something that we who are also still swimming have to remember to like stop and be like, look at how far I've come and like look at everything that I've done. Like just remember, be happy about it.
Yeah, I think also like on that note, it's very easy to think like once I achieve my biggest dream, like no setbacks will follow, but like I fear that's not the case. Like you said, Harry, like even after the Olympics, like real life does hit and like after you go to the Olympics, like life is still not perfect. Like it's probably perfect for like the 3 weeks that you're there. Like it's probably flawless, actually, like the best life you've ever lived. But it's like at the end of the day, like even like once you achieve a goal, it's not like all problems vanish. It's just like you have to get into like the process of setting a new goal and like how am I going to achieve that? And like you might have unique setbacks to that goal along the way. Like it's really just like about like just like getting there incrementally, I guess. But yeah, I mean, that was one thing I thought about too. I was like, oh, like once I, swim in college for 4 years, like my life will be perfect. Like I still have to file my taxes. Like I still have to do things that like make me fit to like go into the real world. And so I've kind of realized like the problems kind of just change. And like, but swimming will always be like a safe space. So that's really, really nice.
Yeah, no, definitely that's good. But what's one way to you guys, like if we think about then these long-term goals, but what goals could we have throughout the day to like just keep us motivated? Like if it's even just for like now, I know we're both seniors and or like we're going through finals weeks coming up. Like what's something a way to keep you motivated? It doesn't just have to be swim, just to like get those things done.
For me, it's all the little wins that I can make, like having little smalls like goals. I don't know, it like just make me feel that everything is realizable. Like you just have to like kind of change like the perspective of you, because if I'm like, oh my God, like I really like want to swim this time, but how can I make like on the everyday basis life just make it easier? And same for like finals week. I'm like just I'm gonna stay every day I wanna at a time, and this day I'm gonna make homework, so I'm gonna feel like happy, like I did something, and then I'm not gonna feel like, oh my God, I should have this or I should have that.
Yeah, to tag on to what you were saying, like it's the little things, just trying to do the little things right every day. Um, for me, like I always just want to be able to look in the mirror and say like I'm proud of the person I'm looking at. And you can't make drastic changes to yourself overnight. It just doesn't work that way. But little things daily, working towards it, you're not always going to be consistent with that. But just getting up and trying again, like we were talking about before, just setbacks. Yeah, that I can pride myself on that, just trying to go again, little things.
Yeah, one way, I mean, I think this isn't really like a goal, but like if I'm having a hard day, like I always try, this sounds like so cheesy, but I always try and like make somebody laugh. Like I'm kind of like I'm that girl. Like I just like walk around and like I'm funny. Like that sounds so cocky. But I just like but bad days like will happen, or like bad practices. Like I guess like when I swam, oh, blow to the chest. I was like like I'm always laughing. Like I'm always like I mean things that are serious I take seriously. But when we're just like having a rough practice, like when we're doing 10 twos, like we might as well laugh. Like if we're in so much pain, there's got to be something that's funny, like even if it's just the smallest thing. So I think that it's not necessarily a goal, but if I'm having like a bad day or I feel like I haven't like achieved my goal for the day, like that's how I make it better. And then like I totally agree with Umi, like just setting those little goals throughout the day. It also really helps like minimize anxiety. Like finals is really stressful. Swimming is really stressful. Like life is really stressful. Like, but if you set those little goals that you can achieve, you'll go to bed at the end of the day being like, oh my gosh, like I'm a queen, like I did that. And then when the final rolls around, you'll probably body it because you achieved like your daily goals. Like I can't imagine a world in which you didn't achieve success. So I think like obviously like having that, grandiose goal is important. But like day to day, you really just, even if the goal is like so small, it's like, oh my gosh, like I'm gonna wear a fire outfit today. Boom, did it. Nothing else matters, like you're a queen. So I just think like setting those small goals, like I also do that a lot.
Yeah, no,
What
these are
about you,
also
Gloria?
great. Yeah, like I love this. Like that's something I always try to do every day as well. Like as simple as making my bed. I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
wake up, I'm gonna make my bed, even though it's 5 a.m. in the morning before practice. I'm making that bed
Up.
so I know like I did that when I come back after that terrible 5 a.m. practice. I made my bed at least. Like it's just good to have those small goals to help you get through it. And I feel like this is something for those at home to take with them as well, just to know like you might as have not made that big goal you wanted to make, but at least remember that you accomplished something small, the little ones. But going off of that, we also just want to send out a huge thanks for everyone that helped out at the Water Safety Festival in Baltimore today. Such a great event we had, and we're looking forward to our future events. Make sure to check in for the International Water Safety event on May 15th.
Yep, you got it, girl. You got it.
Yes, so no,
Yeah.
thanks for that, and stay tuned for our events further along. But I don't know, guys, what else do you feel like sharing?
Hmm. One thing I did want to say is I feel like for high schoolers right now, like I know we have like a couple high schoolers joining the Student Ambassadors program. Like I think with everything like going on in the world, like college swimming can feel very daunting, but I would just kind of like suggest that they like continue like they don't let that deter them from like swimming in college or like wanting to achieve these goals. Like even if they're international sort of thing, like like we talked about, like setbacks can be scary. Like not really getting an email back from the coach at the school you want to go to can be very disappointing. But I would just be like, again, like those little like day-to-day things that you can do. Like don't those are like equally as meaningful as that large goal you have in the future. So I would just suggest to like keep on keeping on. Yep.
Yeah, it's so important. Like with the new NCAA's like rule changing, it's really important to not lose faith. Like even though things are not going in your way, something bigger is waiting for you. And just like don't lose faith. I'm pretty sure that there's like a school that gonna like need you. You just haven't find them, obviously, because there's like just so much going on. Even the coach themselves are stressed. So it's just
Mhm.
not stressful in your end. Is also stressful for the people already in the team. It's stressful for the whole athletic department because swimming is just in danger. But swimming in college is just so amazing. And don't lose that opportunity because of two, three factors that should not really make you lose this opportunity to probably live the four best year of your life.
Well said.
Yeah, yeah, the only advice I'd give is like if you really have a dream, you really want to do something, if you truly commit like 100% to that, not just 80%, 70%, like 100%, you can make that happen. It's it's something that most people say, but then like in reality, no, I'm gonna focus on this, or oh, I don't really have time, or something like if you truly commit, if you really put your mind to it and follow your thoughts with action, you can make that happen. Just gotta decide that for yourself and go for it.
Just do it. No.
It can be, it can be rough sometimes. Like when you're like in your room at like 9 p.m. and like you're debating like, oh my gosh, like, like I know I have practice the next day. Like, should I just like go, I don't know, kiki with whoever? Like you have to make the right, you have to like, do what's best for you. Like those decisions are hard, but at the same time, like I totally agree with what Harry said. Like a lot, like this sounds cheesy again, but like a lot of the work people don't see. So it can be hard, but just like, like Lori, like just do it. I would quote Nike, yeah,
Yeah, if it was easy, everybody will do it. Just
exactly.
know that you have to be those 1% of the people that put the effort consistently, and you're gonna have to put like sacrifices because otherwise you just don't want to be like the 99% that are just like, oh, I'll do it later. Like what you can do today, do it today.
Great. You tell them, girl.
Even for homework.
Yeah.
It's rough out here for real.
Yeah, no. But also like especially like going back to you talking about the colleges and coming in. So it is gonna be harder for us sometimes. I don't know if you guys can relate to it, but sometimes it feels like you have to give not just 100, you have to give 110% because you have to be better than the rest. You really feel like you have to make sure that you're perfect with everything, but also just to remember that what you're doing is enough. Not to be too hard on yourself because I feel like so many times you put just too much pressure on yourself because you know how it works in this system, but just know that you are doing enough. You are doing your best, and that is enough.
Well said.
Indeed.
Bravo.
No, but I feel like that's all we had for today. Um, Thank you all for tuning in. But also, we can't forget, we have to give out a huge shout out to our new student ambassadors for diversity in aquatics, Julian Smith from Florida and Bamidele Aina from Howard University will be joining us. So stay tuned for the next Friday as they will give a proper introduction of themselves. But thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Have a good one, everyone.